Now, opening a door, no milk there. It's the worst thing in the world, isn't it, in the morning when you want to put some milk on your cornflakes and the milk doesn't turn up? Well, that's what some people in Crawley have been thinking, but in fact it isn't because the milkman hasn't done his job. It's because there are milk snatchers on the loose. Thieves in Crawley have stolen even bread and other essential items, landing the milkman with a hefty bill to pay. Steve Garvey has been on the tracks of one local milkman this morning and sends us this report.
Well, Julian, long before you and I were even contemplating getting up this morning, some people were already hard at work. Of course, milkmen are used to working extraordinary hours, but in some parts of West Sussex, they're having to add hours on as a result of a growing problem of milk thieves. It's a problem highlighted in Crawley, where one road was left completely dry recently. This morning, I'm at Woodgate Farms Dairy in East Grinstead, who've just about to open a delivery service for Crawley. Chris Bennett is a local roundsman who's been working in East Grinstead for many years. Chris Bennett, just explain what sort of time were you up this morning and how well has the round gone so far?
Well, I was up at 2:30. I was in here about 3 o'clock, loaded up with milk and went off on the round. It's just been a normal day, no problems, just a bit icy underfoot. One
of the problems we've had in Crawley in particular is the difficulty with people coming to their door in the morning around about 7 o'clock and realising their milk may have been taken. Is that a problem you've come across at all in the past?
Yes, I had a bit of it. Not an awful lot, but there are things you can do to stop, or at least make it more difficult for it to be pinched. You can maybe arrange with the customer to leave the milk at their back door instead of at the front door. Have a box of some sort to put the milk in. That sort of thing you can do. Somewhere to hide it. Some people I know have got a little hole dug in the ground and drop it in there and put a lid over the top.
Just explain where we're going now anyway.
We're doing a reasonably modern estate. It's all very close together work, and we'll be going off there from where I just broke off to come back.
OK, you better head the way.
Yeah, OK.
Before we head out with Chris again, with me is John Etheridge. He's the retail sales manager for Woodgate Farms Dairies. We've spoken briefly about the problem they've had in Crawley, also about thefts from doorsteps. What is the advice to people who may have been victims of this?
Well, the advice I would give is to get them to contact their local police station. Clearly, we as a dairy company do all we can to help our customers, and we'll bend over backwards to try and catch anybody committing a crime. But at the end of the day, the police are the professional people. They should be told immediately so they can catch the perpetrators.
Chris, if I can just interrupt you very quickly. I know you're on a tight schedule here. The road we're at the moment, it's extremely quiet. Would you actually rarely see anybody else out here at all?
Just occasionally you see people going off to work this time of the morning, but generally no.
I suppose one of the problems is that we were highlighting the problem with milk thieves taking place within the Crawley area is the fact that there's literally no one around.
That obviously has a lot to do with it, yeah, sure. There aren't a lot of people about to see anybody doing it.
So there's no, as I say, there's very little solution to this problem unless people actually know who's doing it.
That's right. And I say, or you make arrangements to, make the milk less obvious for people to pinch.
OK, Chris, well, obviously, we know you're very busy. Just explain how much more have you got to do?
Oh, about another 3 hours.
It's no fun this time of year, is it, at all?
Well, it's something you just get used to. If you're worried about the weather, you wouldn't do the job. There's no point in getting up in the morning, and saying, oh, blimey, it's raining, I don't think I'll go. You've got to do it.
A brave man. That's Steve Garvey on the trail of the milk snatchers and catching up with some local milkmen as well. And as he says, if you didn't like the weather, you wouldn't get up at that time of the morning. I don't know about that one. I tell you, at 3 in the morning when it's -6, you sometimes wonder. It's 12 minutes to 8 on the morning news. Julian Clegg with you through until 9. Shortly on the programme, are you a frog or...